Hello, everybody. A new season is upon us. A new story in the world of Kenshi. Thank you for being here, everybody. Hey, Wheezy, thank you for the resubscription. I'll get to that in just a moment.
42 months. How the time flies, friend. And I read something about guns. Count me in.
Indeed, yes. Today, we are changing the world of Kenshi with guns. We have the Tanegashima, which is a Japanese muzzle loader, sort of a musket-adjacent thing. And we also have some other mods. We will have to sleep in this Kenshi playthrough. We have Reactive World, so we can make a bigger impact on the world around us. And a couple little, equipment mods and things like that, just for an enhanced overall immersive experience. We're glad to have you along for the ride. Welcome, YouTube viewers, Twitch viewers, VOD watchers. Good to have you. Wheezy, thank you again for that 42-month resubscription. Thank you for all your support. Congrats on getting the first redeem. Who was it today? Was it Jill? It was Jill. And good to see you, Trans Tanky Girl, Maiko, Ada, everybody. Welcome on in. Let's go ahead and get started and meet our cast for today. If you're adding guns, hopefully you're adding ballistic armor as well. You have good foresight because one of the interesting things about these guns is they're kind of powerful, and in Kenshi, friendly fire is a thing, so we will have to deal with that. Hello, Clay. Yes, a new series, a new season indeed. I have the video for the Unfair Horror playthrough. That's just a couple days' work away. Be on the lookout for that. Today, we start anew with Guns and Reactive World. All right, so we'll get started here. I made a custom start. Where is it? The Gunslingers. 3 gunslingers form a band and try to clean up the world of Kenshi. And let's get in here and we will make and meet our cast. Out of the new PC allows you to finally run Starfield. Very nice. And Love Glutton, hello, hello. Okay, here is our cast. We have, to begin with, Tatters. Tatters was named this because that is what she was wearing when the other two found her scraping for survival. Just Tatters. Twist number 1 of the run comes in. Tatters is mute. Tatters cannot talk to people, cannot interact with shops, nothing like that. We'll see how that changes things throughout the run. Next, we have Longleaf, who you might guess is a rather tall, lanky kind of person who moves in the breeze like a leaf. And we have Tailwind, named this as sort of an obscure inside joke about the fog mask he was found wearing. These are our group. And today, the goal is to take advantage of the new Reactive World mod and change the world of Kenshi, cleaning up the cannibal and bandit problem. But we need to start somewhere more humble. See, as I mentioned, these guns that we have, the Tanegashima, let's just take a look at the damage. The Shoddy class does damage between 87 and 113. Reload time is about 17 seconds right now. And the thing you may notice is friendly fire does exist in Kenshi, and it is especially bad when you have untrained users. And this does enough damage, we could pretty easily kill one of our own in a fight if there was friendly fire. So we need to be careful, and we need to actually consider getting some armor and some training before anything else. For the time being, I'm going to have them use fire discipline and actually toggle ranged off until we can get in a position where we are a little better off in that regard. Probably no named characters, Wheezy, because I don't plan to pick up a lot of characters. Some of my other runs where I let chat name characters is when I plan to have a lot of companions, but we plan to keep this group pretty small. Herb emoji, welcome in. And yes, like Christine from New Vegas. Own a musket for home defense because that's what Catlon intended. I had the same thought. Okay, you can see here I have added some backpacks and such as well. I've added backpacks, a little bit more armor and clothing and things of that nature. So we're going to go ahead. Let's pick up an improvised backpack and use a little more money that we have to pick up some dried meat. So we have a little something to eat. And by the way, it may be hard to notice, but there's a new bar down here. This is the rested bar. So we do have to sleep. If we don't sleep, we will start to suffer performance disadvantages. And eventually, we will just fall over unconscious from lack of sleep. So, my thought is we need to get some training in, and we need to scout for some armor that's going to make it a little less catastrophic if we shoot each other while we're learning. Let us head towards the arm of Okran and see what happens. Of course, this playthrough, like other playthroughs, is permadeath, hardcore, whatever you want to call it, which means no reloading saves. If something terrible happens, we live with it, or we wipe and we start the game anew, but we are not going to load back just because something bad happens. The idea is we create persistent stories. Is there armor or weapon degradation mechanic in the base game? There is not. I don't know if there are mods for it, but it is certainly possible. A big threat to watch out for in this region is going to be bone dogs. We may be able to outrun them, but I don't want to bank on that. Other than that, we will be ticking down the timer against our own food supply and against our sleep meter. And we're heading this direction for a couple of reasons. We could use some training against some hungry bandits, and there are samurai in the area who may give us a chance at some decent armor to resist bullets. Welcome back, Jill. One of your a few complaints about Fallout 4 is that mechanic got dropped. Yes, a lot of people weren't happy with it, but it's contentious. A lot of people also hate weapon degradation mechanics. Y'all excited about New Vegas remaster? Cautiously excited. I hope they do a good job with it. And I hope they don't change too much. I hope it's truly a remaster and not like an overhaul or a Fallout 4ification. Also, those of you familiar with this part of the map, you may notice it's a little cloudy now. Yeah, clouds in World's End and Hidden Forest is one of the small mods I have going. Home of the Sacred Flame of Okran. Sure, it'll be just as beautiful as the Oblivion remaster. Now, what did I say would be a threat? What did I say would be a threat we would have to watch out for? How many... How many bone dogs? Better run, better run. Okay. Now, we did start with a little bit of medic supplies, but not a ton. Not a ton, just some basic first aid kits. Wonder if they'd be able to sneak this way, kind of around the nest. This might be a really short run. There is always that possibility. You know what? I think we can go around the arm this way. The ability to stay light is pretty nice for their stealth right now. Fallout 3 Remastered is overdue since it's a pain to play on PC these days. Yes, and Fallout New Vegas needs to be remastered to use more than 2 gigabytes of RAM and restore cut content and things like that. Remastered games is a double-edged sword. Got the new Oblivion a while ago, and yes, it looked great, but there were things in it that make you not want to play it again, and that is understandable. Yes, I'm aware they're doing both. They both did need it for reasons. I just hope they don't do too much, is all. Todd, welcome in. Good to have you. I don't know that Obsidian is the one doing the remasters. Obsidian is working on a new Fallout project, but I don't think they're doing the remasters. Wow, we are out here and it is already 5 p.m. And by the way, I did keep the Darker Nights mod. I do have a map this time, so that is a little more mobility, but if we get caught out after dark, it's still a little uncomfortable. How's the gun run going? It is just getting off the ground. Virtuous are doing the remasters, the same people who did the Oblivion remaster. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think Obsidian is in control of the IP. I think Obsidian was told to make a new Fallout game, but Bethesda is still the controller of the IP, and I know they're going to be working more with ZeniMax and things like that as well. Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going? We happen to find a fellow Kenshi streamer. Let's find out. Let me hope that worked. Cyberpunk, well, welcome in Stupidas, PhD, good to have you all. I'm Ad Noctum. I stream Kenshi on Saturdays and Sundays and make YouTube videos. I stream variety during the week. Feel free to tell us about yourself and what you've been up to. Today we are playing Kenshi with the addition of guns and Reactive World and aiming to clean up the world. So get rid of the cannibal problem, the bandit problem, all of that stuff. Cyberpunk, fun game. Really enjoyed it. Just a fan rating in. Have a great rest of your stream. Just stew and make games a lot harder than they are supposed to be. Hey, that sounds familiar. Well, thank you for the raid. If you're going to head out, absolutely feel free. If you want to share any more, you have the floor as well. Thank you for the raid and the support. me not get mauled by bone dogs while I do this. Cool. Oh, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a night in the wilderness for us. Honestly, with the money, I should have bought some more first aid kits. I have 225 cats left. Current is 2077's DLC as Canon V, so exactly as the devs intended, but only using the projectile launch system. I don't know if I knew that Cyberpunk had a projectile launch system, but I like the wordplay on canon. I support it. I support many things canon and non-canon. That'll be my tagline. Ad Noctem, supporter of many things. Sure, we'd like a statement. What you stand for. Yes. Farm ruins. That might be a good little place to check out. Maybe even an improvised bed for the night. Beds, of course, now have enhanced importance. Stand for have bad knees, so sitting down hurts. As I support many things, the chairs support me. And in doing so, I support them. Oh, these are like ruins. Hopefully there's something to pick through. Well, we got some beds here. Surely nobody's going to come back to these beds in the night and try to reclaim them. Ah, no, they're owned by the Holy Nation. We pay nothing to use them. And that should also stymie our hunger a little bit, because you use less hunger when you are laying down. This might have been a fortuitous find for us. Okay, yep, looks like the rested meter is going up. And we have a nice little campfire to keep us company in the darkness. Let me remember what all mods I have. Do I have... Okay, there's actually a couple that I meant to grab that I forgot, but they shouldn't be a problem to throw in the load order next time. The lanterns and travel shops is a big one. And there was one I wanted to do with camping. Nice scenic atmosphere. 3 gunslingers bed down for the night. That flapping sound is from the Need Sleep mod. I believe they are working on it now. The nice thing is it's only dark for about 6 hours every day. And look at this, a campfire under the stars. We got it made. Wow, it is a bad omen that two of them started with -2 precision shooting. Who are you? Tech hunters, okay. I am okay with tech hunters being in our vicinity. Let's start waking up the group. I think there's a little town over this way. Then what I might like to do is sort of head into Bast. And I'd like to see if there's any active conflicts going on between the Holy Nation and the United Cities. Inquisitor looks a little beefed up. These are some higher stats than I remember, and wearing chainmail. Interesting. I wonder if the UC are also using chainmail. If so, I wouldn't mind grabbing some of that, because there is a high chance that we shoot each other a lot until we get our precision shooting up. So anything that's going to let us survive that more is going to be a really good thing. Stop in this town and grab a little bit more first aid. I actually don't know how much the Reactive World mod changes. It might be a bigger mod than I thought, which I'm okay with. But the big thing that I wanted was the ability to influence outcomes in the world. Like, what is... I don't recognize Defensive Wall 3 Tower. Love and devotion. Oh, you know what? They have a bakery here, but they don't actually have... Oh, there's a new HQ. I bet there's a key leader in the HQ with Reactive World. Oh, yep, already forgetting that tatters can't talk to people. Well, so we're not going to find any first aid here. We may find it on some war casualties if we can find any out in Bast. A lot is riding on us being able to stumble upon some sets of armor. So right now, it shouldn't be on site with us and the Holy Nation or the United Cities. So we should be able to look for areas of devastation with casualties and try to get in and grab some armor. It'll be a little heavy for us to use effectively at first. That's something we'll have to overcome. Oh, this is more like Bast here. Ah, hark, the sounds of battle are upon us. Well, so these are outlaws. Okay, these are samurai attacking. So the outlaw farmers now have outlaw heavies. This might be a start for equipment for us. All right, what do we got? 35 points of harpoon resistance is not bad. Don't love it all. Actually, the minus crossbows effect is probably good because if I understand correctly, and that lowers the crossbow damage that we do, which by the way, the Tanegashima is considered a crossbow, that's likely to make our friendly fire less lethal. And we have no disguise in this format, which means nobody should take us for outlaws and attack us. Oh, see, this is not great equipment. Oh, we just got really lucky with that one having standard grade. Oh, we definitely have outlaws after us. We might need to take what we can get. Okay, crew, time to take off. Get out of here. Oh, we're gonna have to stand and fight. Oh, that bone dog's gonna mess us up. We'll see if anybody is not in an unrecoverable recovery coma, but I think that's probably it for us. Lord Mark, welcome in. Well, all that's left to do is let the sands of time fall. Be lurking, bad headache. I hope you feel better. Yep, I think that is a major rip. I don't see any condition going upwards. We will hold out for slavers and the like, but... guess we don't get many nomads in this part of the world, do we? The armor was a benefit. It just wasn't enough for that level of enemy. All right, Tatters is dead. Longleaf dead. Tailwind held out the longest, but... wow, look at that. Tailwind is dead. Yet the sun rises. All right, new game. All right, we're just gonna roll the same characters because I already basically set them up. It was most poetic. You know what's funny is I was hearing the song, no spoilers, but I was hearing the song from Red Dead 2 in my head. You know the one. If you've seen Red Dead, you know the one. I was hearing this song in my head as the sun was rising. Okay, all these doors are closed. There we go. You don't seem to have losing extremities on frequent. Usually, I don't. So can we get... no, there's no way we can afford this stuff. First try. Let's see if we can one-shot this. So we gotta get equipment, which means we either have to find the equipment or we have to get the money. You know what? It was a good enough plan. I'm going back to it. We're gonna buy some meat and first aid, and we're gonna head to Bast. I would really love some samurai armor. Although, honestly, if we see any downed holy nation, I am not at all against taking their chainmail. I doubt we're going to see any of them downed because I think it's the high paladins and the inquisitors wearing chainmail. We'll see if we can make it there in a day. Ali, welcome in. Good to have you. So it seems, if I understand correctly, Reactive World has placed more outlaw farmers in this area. Or maybe we just got unlucky, because I do remember them being around here. It's definitely expanded the types of units that are in the squad. I'll quiz, what is the rarest item on Kenshi? I feel like I have heard this before. What is this out here? Is it a doll? All right, so we're looking for an encounter, a great battle between Holy Nation and Samurai. Uncooked meat, ultra rare. It's true, it is very rare. Okay, so we're not finding anything over here. Cannibal Skull Drinker Clan. Okay, so this is where the cannibals have been separated into, I believe it's like 17 tribes. And if you take out the leaders of the individual tribes, then they can be like subsumed into one of two larger tribes. And then you can take those out and it will be just scattered remnants. The luxury design? What is that? I feel like with how many one-off items there are in this game, you could legit just say any of Catlander's general CPUs. Sure, but they're a guaranteed spawn, so I guess if something is not a guaranteed spawn and it is a one-off, maybe. Nope. Still not fully used to this new keyboard. Okay, I was going to say, we need people who are not us to be fighting. Except these people are slaves. Oh, and rebel farmers. Maybe they are slaves of the rebel farmers? there any non-guaranteed one-offs? I don't know. Samurai Conscript is going to be unconscious for a while. Where was he? Who won? Looks like Samurai. So Samurai won. We want to collect Rebel equipment. Take somebody back for a bounty. Tatters, you get over here. I wonder, can we turn in a bounty at this guard tower? Got some starving bandits here. I definitely don't mind a little bit of bounty money if we can. Way to start getting that strength. Nights are getting dark, though. Singh says you're from the Empire. Well, you found me, but I can't let you live now that you've seen me on the run from the slavers, roamer. See, I'm not going back to the mines. They grabbed their weapon. Don't attack me, I'm on your side. No one in this godforsaken land is on the side of a lowly slave. Wait, Tatters is supposed to be mute. So I guess Tatters can be talked to by others, but can't. That's weird. Shocked, because in that item you can research a luxury crafting weapon, and you need 3 of them to make a beautiful luxury weapon. This item's found in only 1 copy with the Heft Armorer Smith. I've never heard of this. I really don't want to get involved in this. It's too late. You've seen me now. You're already involved. I can't risk you getting me caught. Well, I guess it's fighting in total darkness. Ooh, that minus 27 is no good. Minus 29. It might be another wipe. I can't even see what they were hitting me with that did it, but... This one was going up by 1. Because I had Tatters start to heal. We will have lost our bounty. Oh, well, you know what? They were dead, so we can probably still turn them in. Tatters, you go around. You heal up your friends. All that, and Tatters still has 2 toughness. Well, let's see if we can get credit for this bounty. Now that we're in the day, I'm wondering if recovery comas rest you for the need sleep mod. Now they're dead, but you know, even half a bounty is something. Oh, out of bounds. I thought I saw somebody I could talk to, but I guess not. Well, no such luck. Don't suppose they're any much closer to being awake. Am I playing Kenshi the American way? Well, hey now, these are Japanese muskets. All right, well, maybe we can carry one at a time to safety. And by safety, I mean that farm ruin. Honestly, Longleaf should be up before long. So we got our first levels of toughness and stuff in. It's still far from an ideal situation, but not dying on the first encounter is always good. Who's being carried away over here? Oh, so those are cannibals from Meat Lord's horde. So we'll want to be wary of that. Bunch of escaped servants over there. What? An ad break is starting soon? It's been an hour? Well, all right. I will let you know that we tend to take hourly breaks here to get the ads out of the way, so everybody, Twitch and YouTube, stays on the same ad schedule. We're looking for the farm ruins. They're like here. Longleaf will be up before too long. All right, here's those ads now. I'll take a break for just a moment, and when I return, we get everybody rested in bed, and we try again to acquire some armor. See you then. Man, look at those lighting effects. But where's my ray tracing? It's literally unplayable.
No catch. You let me go, that is all. What do you care about some banner?
Counter argument. Looking for intel. She may be useful, but she was also fun to explode. Y'all ever wonder what you would do without the internet and video games and all of that? Like, where all of that brain power would go if it weren't dedicated to learning thousands of little numbers in a video game? I think about that sometimes. Like, if all of this didn't exist and I lived 500 years ago, would I be like a guy who cataloged like 150 kinds of pea flour? Or, you know, held some type of historic tradition, or, you know, maybe made some metallurgy advances or something like that? Because today my brain power goes to this. All right, what's out here then? Your mother was from the royal family. She was a beautiful person. Nicest yo mama joke ever. Is this allowed on Twitch? Is there benefit to this? Oh, I'm all drained. Oh, and yeah, that's poop. That is poop.
Stand by. We are almost there. ETA 3 minutes.
Okay, he said stand by. We are almost there. But I swear to God, my brain-rotted brain heard senpai. We are almost there. You just needed to know that. Okay, cool. We're back. Thanks for hanging out. I guess there's a little bit of Twitch ad break left, but that's okay. It's just Desert Walking Simulator right now. Hey, thank you, thank you. Ooh, what's going on over here? Who's fighting who? Hungry bandits versus escaped servants. The Second Amendment has arrived in Kenshi, indeed. To quote a viewer, own a musket for home defense as Catlon intended. Longleaf will be up in just a minute. Actually, Tailwind will be able to walk himself to the bed in just a minute as well. All right, Longleaf, you get up and you start heading this way. See if Longleaf can figure that direction out. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Longleaf is on the way. Tailwind is almost up. Getting through your first fight without dying is half of the battle. Yes, with guns. Tanegashima, to be exact. What? Tailwind just woke up. Who's attacking them? Now, Longleaf must make quite a journey, as damage floaters go up everywhere around him. Can I explain more of the theme of the new playthrough? A band of gunslingers come together with their weapons, their grit, and their camaraderie and try to clean up the world of Kenshi with Reactive World and take out the cannibal and bandit threats so that others can have a safer place to live. So in Reactive World, you're actually able to attack like leaders of different bandit and cannibal groups, and the world will actually react to those changes. There will be less of them spawning. Different groups can take over different areas. So we're trying to clean up Kenshi with superior firepower. Oh, see, Tatters is walking because of lack of sleep. We do need to sleep also in this mod. Tatters could possibly even pass out. Okay, and Longleaf has been approached by what appears to be a paladin. Love and devotion, brother. Welcome to the holy country. A protection from the darkness that plagues our lands. A place where you belong as a pure and true child of Okran. Blessings from the Lord of Light, brother. It's easy to find danger and lose your path when you journey away from the blessed cities, my brother. Remember to stay true to your purity and take protection in the Holy Lord Phoenix himself. Blessed be his name. Anyway, here, take some rations. It's easy to lose your way and starve in this wasteland. Stay stocked up and be careful, got it? May the Lord of Light guide you. And then immediately goes to murder some starving poor people. You can't write this stuff, except they did. They did write it, and it's awesome. Pontificating to murdering pipeline. Now, just to reiterate, the reason we had to risk all of that just now is because the guns are powerful enough that we could theoretically very easily kill each other with the friendly fire from these guns, so we need to put together some armor with harpoon resistance until our toughness and our precision shooting is higher. Never used gun mods before. Is it any good? It is like a slightly more powerful Eagle's Cross that takes 3 times as long to reload, and from what I hear, the accuracy and range is not amazing, which all of that tracks for what is essentially a smoothbore musket. I don't know if random people in the world carry guns too. They are listed under the crossbow class, but I don't know if that means they can spawn on people randomly. Hey, what's up, Space Monkey? Great to see you. All right, we'll start getting some people in bed. They needed the rest. They can leave the rest to me. All right, so it looks like that's going to be an overnight type of thing. So everybody except Tailwind has some decent chest armor for harpoon resistance. The mercenary hats are only 70% protection. That's actually not amazing. But maybe with that in our hands now, we can find ourselves some better equipment. 150 times you've redeemed that, Space Monkey. Hope everyone is having a good day doing chores and being productive and stuff. There you go. Good for you. Yep, this is going to be another overnight. That's okay. This is a much more comfortable overnight than the first one, spending it in the hot sand, unconscious and bleeding. And we have a little bit in the way of toughness levels. Still not enough where I'm feeling anything close to confident with it, but better. Gonna take them off ranged for now as we only have so much ammo. I think we'll get them a little bit like borderline able to survive before we focus too much on the weapon training. Oh, I forget, when they are in a bed, if you tell them to go somewhere, I just learned this recently. they will move at their full speed, even if they are set to all move at the same speed. So Tailwind got ahead of the others. That's because Tailwind is less encumbered. And when you click to move straight from getting out of bed, they start moving at their natural speed, not the adjusted one. At least that's what I've seen happen so far. I haven't tested it amazingly thoroughly. Totenmeister, welcome in. Rootin' and shootin' indeed. Die, Ulkernite scumbags. Oh, okay, look, a little bit of trading. Also, Totenmeister, Frankie played your mod recently. I don't know if you saw that. All right, here's to getting us a little bit of training. And Longleaf is unconscious. What did it? It must have been a bow. Look at that bleeding. Tailwind, you're going to take some hits, but I need you to patch up Longleaf. And that must have been the bow. That was nasty. Gonna come back for more trauma in October? Maybe. Maybe. We'll just have to see what the schedule looks like then. This is looking like one of those should have stayed in bed days, huh? Oh, you didn't have medic as a job. I don't know why. Well, the toughness gains continue. Well, I guess we go back here. Just one of those days. It's all about the Okron narco bullshit. Are we gaining stealth meaningfully enough to be worth this being so slow? At this point, they can walk. Oh, well, this is barely any faster. Definitely pro-narco. All the cool people are. You're crazy. Are you guys hearing songs? I'm not. What's happening here? Ooh, can we get to that in time? That looks like meat to me. Looks like meat, which was previously not on the menu, is now once again on the menu, boys. Might as well take that leather, too, for money. This is what makes us stronger. This is what makes us the strongest. This is definitely a spend all day in bed simulator. That's the thing. Starting with even 3 characters is much slower to level up than just 1 character. Love these names. Did you come up with them? I did indeed. Tatters, because that is what she was found wearing by the other 2. Longleaf, because he is long and tall and moves in the wind like a leaf. And Tailwind, because he was introduced wearing a fog mask. Like to imagine that the sound when sleeping is a shitty CPAP machine. All right, well, another night. That was our entire day today was being beaten up and skinning some bone dogs. So, can only go up from here, I pray. Leaf in the wind, that never goes well. I do try to name my characters in, like, the style of Kenshi, and I can't tell you what that means. I see a name, and I'm like, that's a Kenshi name. Guessing the Spanish helmets are from the mod as well. I'm not sure which mod they're from. I'm assuming so. Still don't know what Kenshi is. It is an open world sandbox survival game where you can play 1 character or up to 30 characters, and you choose what you want to do. In this case, we're trying to eventually rid the world of the cannibals that are in the area. The cannibals and the bandits. I hear the Bethesda news. I did, yes. Yes, Microsoft is refocusing on core IPs, and they, from what we gather, got told to stop sitting on Fallout and make more Fallout. So more Fallout is coming. When you think of Kenshi names, your mind usually just comes with some combination of poop, pee, and dirt. No, I mean, they have names like Matchbox and, you know, Hot Longs. And so when I name a character like Wheat Straw or Tatters or something, I try to do it in the style of the game. Wasn't able to tell if these were just Kenshi names you hadn't seen yet. Hey, thank you. All right, let's sell our stuff and see what our money looks like. I doubt it's enough to go back and get any decent armor, but we can check if it will be. Do that or like the names of Bridge 4 people who aren't supposed to last more than a few seconds, like Jump. What is Bridge 4? Why are they not eating food if they're hungry? Oh, they just ate. Okay. Gonna half lurk unless you think of a terrible joke. Your terrible joke will always be welcome here. AFK for grocery stuff. You get those groceries. Now, what I would like, we definitely need some food. Oh, we didn't take the meat out of the campfire. We got to do that. Bridge 4 is a group from the Stormlight Archive, but any fantasy series with an army would do it, like Malazan or the Black Company. I have no idea what any of these are. How do I feel about the sleep mode? I might turn down the need for sleep a little bit, but we'll see. It's interesting. Yeah, 770. That's not a lot. Well, we'll go get our meat. Bedrolls are a really important thing we should try to get, considering that we have to sleep. There's a new thirst mod too, is there? I leave my meat. I need to be a good steward of my meat. And we have one more cooking. There we go. I'm questioning if we stay back out here trying to look to complete some armor. Who are you? You're Holy Nation, right? Yeah. Man, I would love it if you just fell over. So I could take your chainmail. Doubt that's gonna happen. Thirst mod would be really interesting. Kenshi's already easy enough to get in a bad situation, but at the same time, it would make Wells super important. Yeah, and I imagine they have to have an item that you can drink water from, because the water barrels are too big for that. Unless you get, like, a lot of uses out of it. Yeah, let's try to get some armor for Tailwind, at least. Man, this sleep mod is relentless. Use water jugs, which act like secondary backpacks, and water can also be contaminated. Interesting. This speaks to something in me. Now, there's a lost drone over there. Who are you? Escaped servant. Are you going to try to attack us? For your sake, I hope not. Yeah, that's probably a good call. You don't want to go that way, buddy. Nothing good for you there. Do the cannibals eat Shek and hivers? Been thinking about making a mod for the first time since Morrowind. Actually got this Kenshi mod crawling around in your head. Do it. Oh, we got a group of skeletons over here. Chainmail would be so big for what we're trying to do. Only skeletons are considered the inedible ones to cannibals. It's interesting because on the, like, the fires and stuff that they have, I don't think you ever see Hive and Shek limbs. Find it frustrating that you can't feed the hungry bandits, so I was thinking of a mod to let you do that. Feel like... I mean, first of all, they usually give you a dialogue. Not usually, but sometimes they'll approach you and give you a dialogue option, right? They'll be like, give me your food and nobody gets hurt. Can you actually feed them? I've never tried. Being able to plant stuff all over Kenshi would be very satisfying. Where are these birds just ramming themselves into the ground? It's no good down here, birds. You stay up in your sky. All right, there's some fighting going on over here. Let's go see what that's all about. You have to sneak up to them and put it in their backpack, so you can't do it through the dialogue when they approach you and ask for food. Oh, that's a bone dog nest. And that's a cannibal of the Broken Finger tribe. Hiver meat is very delicious, but there isn't much on a limb, and so they get eaten too fast to get put in storage. And Shek meat is too tough to be eaten from the limb, so it is cooked in stews and soups. I accept this headcanon. You give them chump change, they'll become temporary allies to you, depending on the personality tag of the leader. Gotcha. I have a future playthrough I want to do involving hungry bandits. Their attack is so bad. You're super interested. I want to do a playthrough where I am the 41 unit squad of hungry bandits. And I use the mod that lets you take over towns to see if I can survive as the hungry bandits and then take over towns and grow food for my people and see how many of the bandits I can keep alive and stuff. Like, start as the hungry bandits with the amount of the stats and everything that they have. I'm sure the mortality rate would be crazy. What do we have here? Oh, this might be something we were looking at. Like the Holy Nation got reinforcements. I feel like even the samurai conscripts and stuff have been buffed. And who are you? You're a samurai scout. The world turning the way it is, I guess you find yourself worrying you might end up a hungry bandit. It would be very satisfying to see them succeed. I agree, it would be a pretty interesting Kenshi, you know, comeback story to start as the Hungry Bandits. Get over here and rile some stuff up. Tailwind, you get in here and see what you can grab from this samurai scout. If anybody gets back up and accuses you of theft, the Holy Nation should take care of them. Love the vids, first time catching stream. Welcome in, Granny Danger. Good to have you. And thank you for saying so. You got a problem with that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Holy Nation had a problem with that. They did. They did indeed. Gonna have a problem with tatters? Don't think so. All right. It's not great armor. In fact, it is pretty terrible armor. But we have armor. I do not love the damage numbers that I'm seeing over there. Also, we are pretty close to just passing out from lack of sleep. The sleep mechanic is really more of a factor than I thought it was going to be. Also, we need to get Tailwind a weapon. The harpoon resistance was important, though. And having some on the leather shirt is good, too. Well, I guess we just have to pass the night. It would be interesting if this was like Project Zomboid, where if you got tired enough, you would just fall asleep on the ground. I don't know if Kenshi is even coded to work that way, but would be pretty cool. Tailwind is awake. All right. Let's pull everybody back to the beds, and then... So here's the thing. Because of the theme of this playthrough, I don't really want to train on hungry bandits. Oh, they passed out. They are unconscious from lack of sleep. Yep. Okay, juggling this is going to be fun. Yeah, I don't want to train on hungry bandits because that doesn't feel like the type of characters that we're playing. You know, if we want to clean up the world and make it safer for the average person, we probably don't just want to use starving bandits as our punching bags. So I'm thinking, what about dust bandits? I think dust bandits are a good place to start the training. We will, of course, attack ourselves or defend ourselves if we are attacked by hungry bandits, but I don't want to go to Skinner's Roam and just fight the groups of 40 of them for training. So let's set our goals, unless there is a lower level bandit that won't eat you, i.e. not trying to take on the cannibals. We'll set our goals on the dust bandits. But first, we have a long way to walk back to a bed. And I think when you pass out from exhaustion, it gets longer each time. Let's get Tailwind to... Because Tailwind can move... Oh no, Tailwind is slow too. 5 miles per hour. But at least not on the verge of passing out. And Tatters is down. Gonna have Tatters follow Tailwind. Yeah, so I can definitely say the need sleep mod changes the equation a lot. Before tomorrow's stream, I do want to go back and add the other mod I was talking about, which is like advanced camping. I think being able to camp and sleep out at night is going to be huge for this mod. What are we seeing going on here? Okay, we're just gonna leave all of that alone for now. Tatter's doing this power walk. Would you be able to take on these 3 solo? Let's see. 4 10s. 4 10s in that roll might be the highest we have ever seen. Perception, intelligence, agility, and luck. Now, on the other hand, your strength is 2 and your endurance is 1, so if you're a devious trickster, yes, but if you try to fight them head on, no. Wow, Tatters is unconscious for a long time now. Oh, Tailwind is in disguise. It's a faction uniform. Oh, I don't love that. That would be... I think that would be why the Holy Nation attacked us. Oh no, it's Hungry Bandits. I am not your enemy. You will not take my food. Well, wait, let's put the ration pack in here. You will not take my food. Tailwind with a toughness up to 15 is making some gains for sure. Sorry, 17. Tatters is still unconscious for quite some time. Y'all to the farm ruins. And they're back for more. Yeah, good for you. Go pet the dog. Now, Longleaf is going to go to carry Tailwinds and then pass out from exhaustion. We just got to keep moving closer to the farm ruins. That's all we got to do. We also got to get Tailwind a melee weapon. Because the dodge levels are one thing and they're nice to have, but they're not the most important thing to have. Oh, so it turns out that passing out does increase your rested meter. So that's something good to know. Your body does eventually catch up on the sleep. And we're in a recovery coma. Okay, this this is lovely. I love this. I love the way this is painful. Go on, Tatters, get up there. We'll carry you to the beds one at a time if we have to. I love how every weird new way I find to play this game, it always ends up with a first episode that is just feels like beating our heads against the wall. Hope they get real strong so when they're about to go kick butt, you can say, "Tatters up." I mean, the camaraderie among this group has got to be off the charts right now, you know? Like, how many times can you carry each other across the desert while limping and not forge bonds of steel? Well, seems like a great time to spend the night sleeping in beds outdoors again. Adders, go to bed. And Longleaf, go pick up Tailwind. Go pick up Tailwind. Actually, Tailwind will be up before we get there. Yeah, we'll just have Longleaf rest. All right, Tailwind is back up. And unconscious from lack of sleep. Longleaf, get over here. Pick up your ally. Why do you refuse to do that? Maybe it's too far. Maybe it's, like, technically another sector. Hurry, the light fades quickly. Tailwind, you head this way also, while you have waking moments. And Longleaf is under attack. I told you we'll defend ourselves. I don't have any issue with that. And it's a recovery coma. Bet Tailwind passes out before he gets there. It's gonna be a long night, yep. Okay, Tatters. You gotta get over here and help the situation out. Tailwind, you walk as far as you can towards that campfire. Tatters, you grab Longleaf. Starting fresh sure does have a way of reminding you what is awesome about this game and how bad you are at it. All right. Not even going to have time to get fully rested before morning. I think this mod creates bugs with the unconscious rate. This doesn't seem right. Hey, Kitty, welcome in. Good to see you. If this ends up being not stable, I may have to remove it. Yeah, see, we've just got... Let me F5 here. If I F5 and then reload... It doesn't seem right, but we'll see if we can finish today. Although that was the entire night just passed. You ever spend a whole day in bed? I know I sure have. Nobody's unconscious for a ridiculous amount of time. We move in the morning towards the border zone. All right, down the road we go. Dried meat. We're getting real low on that dried meat. We've got a little bit of money. So if we find a place we can stop, we can get some more. But keep in mind, we might need the money to rent beds as well. Discovered a holy farm. I bet they've got food. Do they want to share? They fighting. Gonna see if anybody knocked an animal out and we could get some free meat, but no such luck for us apparently. You're an escaped servant. Got another ad break coming up soon, and these hours, they just fly by. Probably stop around, let's say, Lister Hill? Pick up a little food and stuff. If we're lucky, maybe the guards are slaying some river raptors outside that... Oh, that is a bunch of bone dogs. Run! Okay, we have an ad break. It is time. It is time for a cliffhanger. See the result of the bone dog chase when I come back in just a moment. Thanks for being here. Thanks for dealing with the ads. We do the best that we can to make them non-disruptive.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. I'm no longer fast as fuck. I accelerated at a great pace in a negative direction.
Go away or I'll call the police. Shinji, what the fuck are the police gonna do about that? You see the meat nightmare hallway outside.
Something's gonna come bursting through this wall, I can feel it. What did I say? Look how big these rabbits are. Look at this thing. Look how weird looking that is. Don't mind me, I'm just out on a nature expedition, just enjoying the wildlife.
Am I going the right way? I am. It's just a long, treacherous road. Kind of like a metaphor for life. Okay, so we need a new windshield. Man, look at those lighting effects. But where's my ray tracing? It's literally unplayable.
Oh, damn. Started already. Or is it just the one? Oh. Yeah, this ain't good.
Toilet! Hello! Thank you for hanging through the ads, and hello Borealis on Twitch. Good to have you. Yes, ads are done in 5 seconds. Good timing. It is a bone dog chase, and if we're really lucky, maybe we can bait the bone dog to run in front of a guard, and a guard will kill it, and we can then eat it. and sell its leather for money. Run, y'all, run! New Kenshi run, indeed. Oh, it appears to be catching up with us. I think it's just on certain terrain. Yes, so in this run, we have added guns. Guns that are kind of like muskets. And we have added the Reactive World mod. So if we take out certain leaders of groups, the world will react. And we are making it our goal to wipe out the cannibal and bandit threat. Oh man, you know what I just realized about the sleep need is you get slower if you're tired. So if you're running from something for a really long time, you're going to get tired and you'll be running slower and it will eventually catch up. This is literal nightmare fuel. Man, this dog really wants us. Critter is persistent, right? Okay, it finally walked away. Are you mercenaries? Yeah. Discovered Blister Hill. What is that? Cannibal storage. Oh, are there cannibals out here now? I have seen cannibal storage in this area, but only when I have destroyed the Holy Nation and cannibals moved in. The fact that there's cannibal storage out here now makes me think that cannibals are around even with the Holy Nation intact. We could trade with this caravan. I don't think they're going to have what we want. They've only got, like, the more expensive supplies. Ooh, we're down to our last dried meat. Like the group's hats. We took them off of casualties of war. There's more bone dogs. More bone dogs incoming. That one's fast. That Holy Nation dude is not getting any backup. Oh, there we go. We'll be there to harvest that dog. More dogs we can harvest? Could be. Wolf den wiped out. I will take that news. Okay, that's a little bit of money and meat in our pockets. What do we have over here? Raptors. Be a little more money. The raptors are not edible to normal humans, but you can sell their skin. That one got back up while I was trying to skin it. Fair enough. You may keep your skin until you are beaten back down. Did I say we're going to sell people's skin? As much as that may have been a strategy of mine in the past, in this case it's animals. All right, we got a nice little harvest. Praise be to Okron. We're going to get into Blister Hill for the night. Next run, then. You joke, but I have workshopped an idea around that premise. Oh, y'all better run. Literally nipping at my heels. Looks like there's another raptor harvest going on outside. I forgot how much I love the river raptor sounds. What other types of guns are in this mod? Just this one, just the Tanegashima. I don't know how Tatters and Tailwind got standard quality ones. One gun is better than none. So they're actually very dangerous for us. Part of the reason we need to be so heavily armored is because friendly fire is a thing in this game. And we can absolutely kill each other with our guns. Blessed run, we hope. Little bit of food. We have some money to do some shopping in the morning as well. Actually, Longleaf may be able to go out here and pick up some more skins and such. Did you miss a TPK? You did. Yep, this is run number 2. A pretty standard everyday threat that ended the first one, as you know happens sometimes. Anytime more than one gun is standard, a Narco and Okran flip a coin to decide if the run is cursed or blessed. That's a good few thousand. I think if we can get to Squin, it would be really good. I think plate jackets would be a really good start for us. We might see about more protective helmets while we're here as well in the morning. All right, another night passes. It's already been a week in Kenshi, and a week spent surviving, basically. Now, see, they're supposed to, with this mod, stay in bed until they no longer have a need to sleep. It doesn't look like that's happening. Can't see anything. Well, I paid 100 for a new bed. Obligatory narcolepsy joke. I thought about doing a run where I turned the sleep need up to 100 and was like, can you beat Kenshi as a narcoleptic? Thing is, that doesn't sound like a super interesting way to actually play. I did think about it. So there's a headgear shop here. Let's see what we got. We have some tin cans. Helmet's got to protect the old noodle, especially when we're using a high-powered guns. It seems like the mercenary helmet is a good way to go if we can find it. But a couple tin cans will do for now. Now, it does tank our perception. So here's the thing. It's like, imagine you got your group. You've all got your guns, and you're like, guys, we gotta stop shooting each other. So instead of aiming better, what you do is you wear these full suits of armor that make it even harder to see what you're shooting at. But when you do shoot each other, it hurts less. They now have a tin grate can. That's interesting. That was also a good amount of our money. There's a boot shop and an armor shop. We can check both. Oh, you know what? Is there a weapon shop? Tailwind really needs a weapon. I thought there was one in this town. Well, that is not our all 10 roll, but good on you for trying. Let's try the clothes shop. Frankie was here. What's up, Raiders? Welcome in. Good to have you all. Frankie, what were you doing today? I didn't get to see if you finished your playthrough of the Unfair Horror Collection or not. Raiders, I am Ad Noctum. I stream Kenshi on Saturday and Sunday on both Twitch and YouTube. I also make my Kenshi runs and some other things into YouTube videos. So you may have seen my long-form videos on Kenshi if you're a fan of the game. Today we are playing Kenshi with guns, with Need to Sleep, with Reactive World, and our plan is to clean up Kenshi of the cannibal and bandit problem using the new world states in Reactive World with guns. And we are having to use a lot of protection because the guns are slightly more powerful than an Eagle's Cross, and I don't want to accidentally kill ourselves. Did Legendary of Kenshi return to vanilla? Beat Catlon in like 7 minutes or so, new record. Beat the mod yesterday, was good. Recommend if you find a maiden clothing item, do not equip it if you're using the Ad Noctum mod. I have got to watch that VOD. The creator of that mod was in here later, so I've got to see that VOD. But Frankie, thank you for the raid. Thank you for supporting this stream and the Kenshi community. Which, y'all, by the way, if you don't know Frankie, Frankie does a different run of Kenshi almost every single day of the week, does guides and challenge playthroughs on YouTube, that sort of stuff. Oh, that's right, Tatters is mute. The mod was all around pretty good, but that maiden item is just evil, pure 100% devil level stuff. Okay, good to know. Oh man, we can't afford any of this stuff. Okay, well, time to make our way towards the border zone. And do you know how nice it is being able to walk through here and it's not full of grieve wraiths and mist ghouls? Someone found the maiden's robe. Yeah, that was Frankie. Frankie found the maiden's robe, apparently. Yeah, and cacti that attack you, yes. I don't know if you ever saw the ghost people, Frankie. Those got me because their vital is ridiculously hard to hit. The ghost people are invisible in your game? Yes. Yep, they are invisible and you just see their weapon. Invincible? I think they have like a 1% chance to be hit in their only vital. But apparently, I don't remember if there was like something that made that better or if we just talked about how that could happen. They don't have a vital. You legit cannot kill them. I didn't fight one long enough to find that out. Kenshi only counts head, chest, and stomach as a vital. They don't have any of those, so they cannot be killed. Interesting. So you can't make it recognize something else as a vital? We're heading to the border zone in the Squin region now to start training on dust bandits, because with this playthrough, we want to clean up Kenshi, and I feel like with our characters, we wouldn't just go around using hungry bandits as punching bags. We would want to train on people who are a real scourge to the world. So we will be training on dust bandits instead. Hey, thanks for being here, Love Glutton. And Frankie, by the way, I know you often end stream and then you gotta, head out. No worries if you do, but you're welcome as long as you'd like to hang. About the robes, you found them on the ground. Your inventory was full from boss items. So you dropped your chest armor on the ground and picked them up, so they equipped onto you. Alejandro Galvez, welcome in. Is this real life? This is me in real life playing Kenshi with guns that are not real life. Oh, you made them uncarryable. Interesting. I would like to revisit that mod. I just have already done like 120 plus hours of Kenshi horror, so I needed my brain to be on some other kind of Kenshi. Hey, you know what? With Reactive World, maybe more of the Dust Bandits have bounties, so maybe that's a way that I can make a slightly better living in Squin. Creators in YouTube chat, yeah, that's Totenmeister, if you have any questions about it. Oh, that's Bone Dogs. Are we fast enough? Totenmeister, Frankie says, rad mod overall. That's all he's got to say. Good job. Haven't played Kenshi modded first. What would be the first game improving changes you could make without ruining the lore too much? It's a good question. There's a lot of possible answers. I like to keep my mods pretty simple. Re-Kenshi for sure. Re-Kenshi just lets you implement other mods, and it also does some cleanups and fixes. It allows you to do custom game speeds and things like that. If you want to do a themed playthrough, you can get a mod that allows you to play as a class or a race you can't normally play. So if you want to do Fogmen or Southern Hive or Hungry Bandits or something like that, you could get a mod in that regard. I'm finding a lot of the weapon and armor mods that I've tried so far are pretty cool. They add a little flavor and they're not super unbalanced. For the most part, what I do is I pick a playthrough that I want to have, and then I find the mods that enable me to have that playthrough, and that's the only mods I've played with so far. So this time around, I've added a mod that makes me need to sleep, and I'm feeling that out right now. I've added a couple armor and equipment mods and things like that. I added the Tanegashima gun mod because I wanted to be like 3 gunslingers in the desert. So I just try to stick with little changes like that. I think a lot of people would say if you feel like you're pretty comfortable with Kenshi to try something like UWE, but I'm 600 hours in almost, and I still haven't done a UWE or anything. So I think of Kenshi almost like a campaign manager, and I sort of make my own modules with it to create the playthrough that I want, if that makes sense. It's a totally circular answer to your question, but I hope it helps. And Frankie gonna head off and get some dinner. Today's Bugmaster chest had 11 teeth, so that was neat. I know you do like repeating numbers, so that's pretty cool. Some of the expanded mods are pretty cool. Like I played with Hives expanded, and it was pretty cool what it did to the Hive. So I would have faith that the other expanded mods are probably pretty good. If you want to run a shop counter, you probably want shopping economy expanded, which fixes the way the shopping system is broken in game, so you will almost never sell anything by a shop counter. You know, just little things like that. Look for, like, what would I like in Kenshi, and then see if there's a mod that addresses that and work it in. Okay, I think we can make Squin by sundown. Good suggestion, might try to play as a cannibal. You play as a tech hunter, so don't visit North much. Shop mod is a must too. That drove you crazy to find it wasn't automated. Yeah, so in the base game, I think, if I remember correctly, the problem is that NPCs have a very small list of items that they will buy. And they also have a small starting amount of money, and they don't get money back. So if it's not on the shopping list, if they're out of money, if it's too much money to begin with, they won't buy it. So almost anything you put in a shop counter will not be bought without mods. I feel like I can breathe again with my horror mods removed. This is so nice. Keep in mind, though, we are absolutely going to be beaten up for the first little while. Longleaf and Tatters both having an effective attack of, like, well in the negatives. Off to bed. Have a good one, Clay. No, hungry bandits, I don't want to fight you, but I will defend myself. You know what? Tailwind is doing pretty okay with the martial arts. Maybe we're all right with this. Just discovered hub. What start did I choose? I made a custom start to start in World's End. So I started up here. And I just made it down to the hub. Just because I like to change things up a little. Man, I was just looking at this, like, when did my screen, like, when did this go all yellow? Is this a weather effect? I don't remember. It's 9:01, my blue light, not blocking, but, you know, my night screen on my PC comes on at 9 o'clock. It's like, man, I've never seen Kenshi just suddenly get so orange. Let's see. It starts to get dark in 4 hours. Let's make a bet that we can hit Squin. At least navigate to it. The hue is why you moved from the border zone to the gray desert. There's a lot of cool places in the game. By the way, if you are new here, like I said, I do Kenshi videos. So the most recent one that I put out is where I turned Kenshi into an unfair horror game. And part 2 of that video will be out within the week. So look forward to that. You know, check out the YouTube channel if you're into Kenshi videos and long form videos. They tend to be between 4 to 8 hours each. So nice long viewing where I condense a whole series down. Today is the first day of this season, which will itself be a new video. We have manhunters here. We don't necessarily want to interact with them. Yeah, Borealis. I hope everybody is doing okay. With those wildfires and that air quality. That is some crazy stuff. Like the Gray Desert, as you passing raids from iron spiders, skeletons, skimmers, and beak things. Variety is fun. Yes, that is a fun place to be if you like that kind of thing. How come the manhunters get the scary dogs? Because they probably bought them. Where'd they go? I lost track of them. Oh, they're there. Okay. We're going to go this way. Because at least we might pop into town overnight. See what happens? We took a gamble, and what did we find? We found manhunters in the road. Getting this stealth up is very good, though. You never know what stealth is going to be used for. Stealth is used for stealth mostly. Yeah, that's probably. I mean, I'm not going to say that I know the official statistics on that, but, you know. We're slightly faster than them in stealth. Now they've seen us. One of only 2 streamers streaming Kenshi on Twitch right now. Yeah, it's interesting. I've played a lot of games where like you just don't find streamers streaming it. Kenshi does not have a ton, but there's every time I look, there's at least a couple. It also seems to have international appeal. Lots of streamers playing Kenshi in different languages. Oh, I do have a map this time. That's right. Although I think we will end up going through a Dust Bandit camp in pitch dark. So our bandit hunting adventures may be starting sooner than anticipated. Before tomorrow's stream, I definitely need to get the mod that adds the travel lanterns to the shops. Seen loads that are from some form of Cyrillic language and a surprising amount of Spanish and French speakers with the occasional very rare German. Yeah, I would say that's what I've seen too. And it could be the time zones when I'm looking, but usually it's a couple in Russian, a couple in Spanish, a couple in French, sometimes Portuguese, Japanese occasionally. Anyone who plays Kenshi and is bald, do you trust? This keeps coming up lately. I don't know. The Kenshi community is at a very bald time in its life right now. It's almost like they're trying to get Frankie to jump on the train. All right, we can probably stop sneaking and go into the bar. Frankie's the only streamer allowed to not be bald and stream Kenshi. Maybe this is why there's so many faceless Kenshi streamers. What are they hiding? Yeah, Nohiro and Patos are. But I mean, that's like 3 people. Okay, at least this bar is better lit than the one in Blister Hill. Also, our people are a little hungry, but we'll deal with that in the morning. Bald equals more brain room for lore. I don't know if I'm a super lore-brained Kenshi streamer. I'm not like the Kenshi lore guy. Now, see, we're watching for this bar down here to go up, this rested bar, because that is the sleep mod in play. Get a couple pieces of meat. That or bald equals more aggression necessary to take on a world as vicious as Kenshi. I gotta say, though, like, you've seen my streams. You've seen Frankie's streams. We're pretty chill people. I don't know about this whole aggression to take on the world of Kenshi. We're pretty chill, I like to think. I'm almost surprised that the Shek don't find guns dishonorable. Characters sleep automatically with the mod if you have a base outside the city. I don't know. I do think there is an option. It might be under squad, AI goals. There's sleep when injured and sit when idle. Yeah, I don't actually know how that works. Oi, twerps. Hold it. What do you say? What do you say we give these dust bandits the treatment? You talking to me? The dust boss, even. Wait until we can see his eyes. They all missed. Every one of them missed. Tailwind is going to get pretty good at this martial arts thing, though. Muskets aren't far off the technology already present in Kenshi. That's what I like about it. It doesn't feel like a radical change. Like something that wouldn't happen in the game world. It seems like an opportunity for some target practice. Where was the dust boss? That one had a bounty. If they don't bring him in, we could make some money. Tailwind doing the right thing and tending to medic first. Oh, well, they have a crossbow skill of -1, so that's going to be part of the problem. Tailwind run out of medkit? Yep. We're getting those early levels in, that's what counts. Renaissance wars in the past had guns. They're as old as medieval, which most people don't know. Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, they go back as far to one extent or another as like the 14th century. This is specifically a Tanegashima, which it was a Japanese sort of hand-fired weapon, so it lacks a stock, and they sort of hold it out and fire it. It was not used very long in their history, but I feel like it fits the world of Kenshi really well. Wow, this man got 2 limbs chopped off in quick succession. Longleaf isn't shooting, though, for some reason. Ooh, Heart Protector medium, so it overhauled the... I should have taken some of that stuff and sold it. Oh, that's pretty good. I think I'll take that. Oh, wow, that takes up a pretty big space. Put a little cats back in our pocket. Ooh, this one's got a bounty? Anybody else got bounties? What an embarrassing way to end up after a fight. Put a bunch of cats in our pocket. Yeah, the money is called cats. What? Oh, that's a dust bandit who is now a slave, and this 100 guardian is just using him for batting practice. Tailwind, you can pick up tatters. And Longleaf, let's send you into the jail to cash that bounty. Meanwhile, the rest of you going straight back to bed. Bounty bucks, yeah, almost 3,000. And of course, all the while, they're gaining strength XP from carrying bodies into town. We've learned, though, they've got to get some shooting practice. When you miss your first shot and it takes you 17 seconds to reload, you are not in a good position. They really are muskets that, yeah, pretty much. All right, we got some money. You know what, I think Longleaf has all the food. Let's go build a campfire out here. Nope, not a camp bed. But a campfire. And we'll cook that meat. Does increased skill eventually reduce reload time? Yes. Where are you ditching oh, the campfire. Nah, we'll just have you go to bed. Yeah, so better crossbow skill and I think better dexterity increases reload. Found a RuneScape mod for Kenshi, so now you should do a run where you send Catlon to Lumbridge where he belongs. Wait, a RuneScape mod for Kenshi? Hello, Space Trump. I declined to comment on your endorsement. But I will note that it was a statement that somebody once said. Imagine getting folded by a cow in Kenshi. I could see it. I mean, we get folded by goats on a regular basis. Nope. No, I want that there. Recruited Headshot out of necessity at the start of your playthrough, and for ages she kept headshotting your other characters. Probably your own fault for giving her an Eagle's Cross. So these are slightly more powerful than Eagle's Cross. So that's why I'm being so careful about friendly fire. It legitimately could end somebody. Put a 75 caliber lead ball through somebody's chest and just lose a character. Is anyone playing Kenshi co-op mod? I am not. This is saying nothing about the current Kenshi co-op mod that is out there. I have no opinion on it or anything. There was a Kenshi co-op mod previously that popped up from somebody who had never interacted with the Kenshi community as far as we could tell, and just a lot of red flags about it had people wondering if there was more going on in the mod than it said it was doing. And I kind of realized, like, due to I have enough knowledge to know that people can do things that I don't understand. So when it comes to mods that are relatively new, untested products and involve network features, I am personally cautious of them. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that mod. I'm just saying until proven otherwise, I just kind of keep a distance from unknown mods that especially have network functions. Heard it was like malware alert type hype with a few additions. I don't know if this is the same mod that was that or not. But I know it was, the mod that I'm thinking of was triggering people for malware, and I know also that some game mods can do that because of functions that they need access to, but I just try not to hop on those right when they come out. How's this dust bandit gonna be dead and still committing a crime? Used to be scared shitless of Garus when you started. You thought they would be hostile. You know what's funny is I read that as Garrus, like Garrus Vicarian from Mass Effect. I thought you used to be scared of Garrus. Okay, so we got a backpack full of this meat. We can also sell some of our rewards to the bartender down here. A little bit of extra money. We now have over 5,000 cats. Garrus did kind of spook you the first time you saw him. You know what? They probably don't have ammo for sale here, do they? Oh, but we can buy some beds maybe finally and some good backpacks. I doubt if the weapon shop sells anything except expensive, or not expensive, heavy two-handed weapons, though. As they usually don't in this town. There's some fighting we can get into out here. It looks like it. Little training opportunity before bed. Batters is unconscious again. I might need to remove the sleep mod. It makes it so that sometimes when they sleep, they unpredictably go unconscious for long amounts of time. Can't get them to shoot dust bandits that are on the ground either. Usually they will. Oh, Longleaf took him out. Look at that, 149 damage in the stomach. Good shot. Just dead on the spot. Also incredibly dangerous because that could have been Tailwind who was hit. Yeah, I'm enjoying the need to sleep mod, but I think I'm going to have to remove it because this unconscious loop keeps happening, and it's not good. All right, it's time for another ad break. I think I will take this one. Maybe it'll be the last ad break of the night. Who knows? But I'll be back in just a minute. Thanks for hanging out with me. Heard a rumor they used to be human. Maybe the Bugmaster made them or something. Oh, the Garus. Some of the creatures in the game do have oddly human-like features. But anyways, I'll be back in just a moment.
Nice disarm, thank you. Disarm or disarm? I understand if you want to leave and not come back after that.
Take this and hold on to it. I'll be back for it later.
Now's a bad time. He'll be back for it later. Okay, he won't be back later. Would you leave me alone? Okay, is everybody in this room dead except for me? Cool. I can work with that.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
I tried to land on one, and I got him.
You know who you got?
Did I get you?
Yes!
Why didn't you say anything?
Because I needed a second to process the fact that you just squished me from the sky.
Jeez.
You taught me about this.
Returns at last.
Why is that a thing?
Trust you have my eldest.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna do this. I give it a 70% chance I blow myself up. Do you ever say to yourself, I knew that was coming, why did I do that? Alright, now luckily I already absorbed some of these mines up through here, so there should be fewer. Notice I didn't say none, I said fewer. Okay, watch out, this is a big barrage, so don't be anywhere near the red
Okay, there's
laser.
also a building right where behind you too. I don't know if
Yeah.
that counts.
You need to be further.
You're right. You're right.
This mini truck looks like a death trap. Maybe compared to some of the other tanks that are on the road, yeah. There's a death trap for that person. Are we all done moving? I'll accept mild gesticulating. Oh, no, I will not. I will not accept mild gesticulating. That is the last time I tolerate mild.
Wait, is bro in a bald colt? Who's that? All right. Looks like another night to pass. We'll make some adjustments to this mod list between now and tomorrow's stream. I knew that I was going to. Finally starting to get crossbow skill in the positive. I have to save and load, I think, to get Tatters out of this sleep need. Let's see if that does it. Is ammo expensive? It's really not. It's on par with a lot of bolts and stuff. Maybe even a little cheaper. Yeah, see, one of the characters will just randomly go unconscious for a really long time when sleeping, and that's just not going to do it for me. Gotta run for now. Hey, have a good one, Love Glutton. Thank you for hanging with us. Has it replaced crossbows or added a new class? It is a new entry in the crossbows list. So anywhere you can find a crossbow, like in a shop, there's a chance you can find it. Hey, thank you for the follow as well. Well, while Tatters is sleeping off whatever that is, we'll see if we can find some more bandits to shoot at. What what happened? What is going on here? What are they doing? I don't think you're supposed to bend that way. Shh, they're having a meeting. Why are they all doing that? Why is it almost a little creepy? Thumbnail. Thank you for the clip. It was almost slightly completely terrifying. Screenshot material. Oh, I took several, trust me. I took several. Hey, Tatters is awake finally. Oh, so here's another thing that's a little misleading. Sometimes you will hear a gunshot, and it doesn't mean that a shot has actually been fired. Because of the way Kenshi is coded, apparently they can't make custom sounds when something is fired, but they can when it reloads. So you'll hear a gunshot when they start to reload, and in theory, it's supposed to be like they fire and immediately the reload starts, so it's supposed to happen about the same time. But if they start to do a reload and it gets interrupted, it'll sound like a shot was fired when it never was. Other NPCs spawn with guns? I don't know. I haven't seen any yet. If there are NPCs that can spawn with crossbows from a random crossbow list, I would think yes. Otherwise, that would probably need to be an additional patch mod for it. Surprised these dust bandits are being so chill. Reaver raids will go crazy with guns. Tatters got beaten up. So we don't get to shoot the guns all the time. Well, it takes about 15 seconds to reload each shot. So if they get in range of us before that happens, no. Oh, they took all my food. It's a good thing I still have money. Well, we're definitely getting good at being beaten up. Oh, Tatters doesn't have any first aid still. I forgot about that. Okay, looks like we need to get everybody back and buy some more first aid. Gotta go, but subscribed to your YouTube. Hey, thanks very much for hanging with us. Remember that all of these streams become VODs that you can find on the live channel, and you can find the condensed versions of our playthroughs as videos as well. But good to have you. Thank you, Maiko, for pulling up that command. Tech Hunter is fighting a bunch of those. Oh, the violence circles around us like a maelstrom. Hey, have a good one. Got some sugar-free iced tea. Very nice. You had a cold drink in this hot part of the year. All right, let's take Longleaf over to the travel supply shop for now. $7 p.m. and still like 28. Yeah, it's pretty warm. Let's see. It is 9:45 here, and it is about 30 degrees. All right, so we'll definitely want some advanced first aid kits. Like, just throw 3 of these in here. These adventurers backpacks look really nice, but they are more expensive. Oh yeah, see, they do stock ammo. Well, the ammo's cheap, so we'll buy some. And let's buy this hip pack. We'll buy that for Tatters or Tailwind or somebody. Let's see, how did I know that Tatters was going to be unconscious again? Let's find out what happens. Yep, unconscious for longer. So the need sleep mod seems to be bugged somehow. I can't quite figure out what's doing it, but I think it will be disabled for the run, at least for now. That doesn't store much, but it stores a little. Stores enough for some ammo. Ooh, some ammo and some med kits. That's like a perfect little hip pouch. Very Resident Evil. Oh, you know what I didn't check for was sleeping bags. We definitely got to make sure we have those. I don't think they should be too expensive. Store's definitely closing up there. We'll check in the morning. Tatter's just gonna be unconscious forever, I guess. We turn in enough bounties, we could buy ourselves a house and get some beds. What is this? Holy Street Torch broken. Okay, interesting. A little bit of flavor added to the Shek town. So they don't have any bedrolls. There's a leather backpack here. Interesting. All right, we'll take anybody who's willing to fight. Tatters is willing to sleep. Longleaf should buy some food. Flavortown conversion mod. We got Flavortown right here. Look at this, meat wraps. You think it gets more Flavortown than meat wraps? Okay, show me some dust bandits. It looks like nomads out there. That is nomads. Wonder why Tailwind is showing with an attack skill and not martial arts. So there's a Dust Bandit camp here. I think it says there's nobody actually, like, in the camp right now. But 2 roaming squads around it. Wait, did I just see? Ah, okay. I saw some people no longer quite with us. The Tatters, Tailwind, and Longleaf wouldn't mind some watermelon right about now. I'm sure you are correct. That sweet, sweet glycogen hitting the bloodstream. Can I shoot you? No, it's really weird. I can't seem to attack unprovoked. Maybe because they're not hostile to me yet. Maybe that's why I was able to fight enemies from those groups before when they were on the ground. Wow, did we really? Yep, we already used all our food. Good thing we got some money. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, it's Hungry Bandits. Well... $200. Great, that'll get me half a chew stick, but it's better than a broken rib at least. Alright, let's go find some dust bandits. Look, I paid you 200 cats and you're not even gonna keep up with us? Somebody running over here. You. The ex-slave dust bandit. Maybe there's more where that came from. Who are you? Oh, a dust bandit. Looks like it's target practice. Oh! Just shot Longleaf right in the leg. Let's get that bleeding stopped. Tailwind gained a couple levels of precision shooting from that. Where'd that dust bandit go? We hit him? I don't see a large pool of blood, so I'm guessing not. Playing hide and seek and doing a pretty good job of it. Where'd he go? What in the hell kind of magic is this? Was a perfectly good target for us, too. Look at all this blood. Longleaf, are you sure you're okay? Well, if you're watching the VOD right now, and you know where that dust bandit went, feel free to timestamp it with an explanation. As far as I know, he just disappeared. Longleaf, maybe you go get in bed. One reason we've really got to get our toughness training up is exactly that, because toughness directly reduces the damage that you take. So that could be the difference between friendly fire being fatal or not. Yeah, Tailwind just will not attack that one. That's right, we said we weren't going to do that anyways. I should probably stick to it. Isn't it the way it goes when you want to find somebody to pick a fight with? You never can. Couple escaped servants. Again, I don't really want to fight them as my primary target. I'm more interested in dust bandits. Only there's a long walk back. Here's some dust bandits. Come on, reload, get a shot. Ah. Slow walk, gonna take years to get to the spot. Come on, throw some punches. Will I make any relationship with factions? Maybe. Especially some of the ones that are more concerned with, like, cleaning up the world. That could be fun. Leg's gonna be healed by the time he reaches there. Oh, actually, this is really bad because I can't get Tatters to get up from being unconscious. We could lose Tailwind. And we have a perfectly healthy person here who is just unconscious and won't stop. I am irritated by that, like, a lot. But one thing is for sure, the need sleep mod is getting yeeted. We will not be using that, but I don't know yet what I'm going to do about this situation. Are two of them unconscious? Tailwind is unconscious because of damages. Tatters is unconscious because of a game bug from one of the mods that I'm using. Tatters just will not stop being unconscious and has been this way for several days. So I'm tempted to reload and start tomorrow from before that happened, because I have a very legitimate claim that Tatters could get here and fix up Tailwind, if not for this permanent unconscious bug. Like, watch, the number's going to go down. 39. So I'm going to say that meets my criteria for a reload. But I think what I might do... I might call it here and collect some feedback and let you all know, or let you all let me know what you want to see. In terms of, do you think it's fair to pick back up from this point? Oh, see, Tatters is awake now. Yeah, so that was clearly a bug. But yes, I will take some comments. Let me know on the VOD. Let me know in the Discord, all of that sort of stuff. If you want to see it pick back up from this spot, or if you think we should maybe, I guess at this point, do a restart. I should have made a save with Tailwind dying so I could reload from that point if I needed to. But in any case, let me know what you think. We will wrap up here for today. Little bugs aside, this is definitely a fun playthrough. I'm going to be doing some tweaking of the mod list for tomorrow. Make it a little closer to the vision that I have and get rid of some of the bugs. But thanks for being here, for cleaning up Kenshi with guns. As a reminder, I'll be back here tomorrow about the same time. So look forward to some more Kenshi then. In addition, you can find playlists of all of my previous Kenshi series and edited down videos of those as well. So plenty of Kenshi content. Would love to have your subscription on the YouTube if you're interested in that. All right, let's go ahead and close out. And we're going to say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, thank you for being here. Whether you were here live or you caught the VOD, I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this first installment of our brand new season of Kenshi as much as I have. And I hope to see you again. But until that happens,